And now my favorite one, cooperative marketing. How do two businesses come up with a win-win initiative to drive each other value, right? And that could be monetary value. It could be kind of bartering value. There's lots of ways to help each other. And we're going to talk a lot about what some different options could be. But let's start with, we've got Doug, and he's a local artist, a local painter. And so Doug says, hey, I'm looking for exposure. Are you interested in letting me hang some art in your restaurant for free? And all of a sudden we have Kathy says, that sounds great. The place could use a little color. And so you have a restaurant owner. Most restaurant owners I know don't have the cash to go pay for custom, beautiful, big pieces of artwork to hang all over their restaurant to give it a nice ambiance. And I know most artists I know don't have big, fancy loft spaces where they can display their artwork all the time for someone to come in and buy it. I'm sure you've seen this in a restaurant or a coffee shop where they've got art hanging and they've got a little card. Hey, if you like it, here's the guy's phone number. Maybe they put the price on it. What a great example of cooperative marketing. Both businesses are thrilled. They're both getting something. They're both benefiting their customers or getting new customers by working together. And that really is the essence of what we want Alignable to be. We want it to be a place where you come every day, every week, every month, and you say, how am I going to work together with another business so that we can both grow and we can take back that piece of pie from the Amazons of the world to where it belongs, which is in our community, in our industry. So how do you do it? Very simple. All of that messaging that I talked about before, you simply reach out and you send them a quick chat. It's super easy, not a big deal. If they're not interested, they say, no thanks, don't worry about it. No harm, no foul. It's a really nice, simple, smooth way to kind of introduce yourself to new people and to try to find these opportunities that are out there. So let's go over some examples. And I want you, if you're sitting there thinking right now, all right, Jeff, that sounds great, but I'm not an artist. I'm not a restaurant. There's no way this is going to apply to me. I want you to keep that thought in your mind, right? I'm going to go over now some examples. What are other examples of cooperative marketing? And then if you still are having questions, hey, how might I do this for my business? That's when we're going to play Stump Jeff. So, for example, if you're a financial planner, you might reach out to mortgage officers, real estate agents, and say, hey guys, why don't we hold a first-time buyer seminar, right? You, real estate agent, can bring your handful of first-time buyers you're working with. The mortgage guy can bring his. I'll bring the people I'm talking to about how they should be thinking about buying a home. And all of a sudden, everyone has met 2 times more potential customers than they had before. Maybe a web designer and a social media marketer get together and they say, you know what, I build really great websites, but I'm always so just pissed at how awful their Facebook posts look. So they're like, let's just put a package together. Let's be this all-inclusive digital marketing package together. And we can offer that to customers. We've seen, this is a really sweet one, right? An animal shelter. They've got a lot of animals. Some of them are old. They might not get adopted, but they just want to get them out of the cage and get them some human contact. So they develop a program with a nursing home to start doing visitations. So once a week, they can bring over animals and they can hang out with the residents. This is actually one Phil spoke to someone just last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago, and this was fantastic. There was a crafter, and she hand knit coasters. And they were these really cool, beautiful, cozy coasters, and she hand knit them. And she was like, this is great, Phil, but I don't know what Alignable could possibly do for me. And Phil said, you know what? Why don't you go search for cafes in the area and make some of your coasters with a little tag that's got your name, phone number, or website, maybe a price. Say, hey, you can buy these here. And why don't you hand a few of these coasters out free to a cafe? The cafe, now they're not paying for coasters. They don't have those awful little cardboard ones with the marketing on them. They have these nice, cool coasters that give a homey feel to the cafe. And the crafter all of a sudden has exposure to all of these people who obviously care a lot about drinking coffee. And then finally, one of the funnier ones that we've seen is this great example of a pet groomer and a hair salon coming together. And they actually put together an event where owners and their dogs would come and you would both get your hair done at the same time. And it was a really fun event. So there are There is no shortage of concepts and ideas for how businesses can work together. And Alignable makes it easy to find these businesses, to reach out to them, and to see where the opportunity could take you.